Welcome to Internal Comms Talk. I'm your host, Jonna Lacey. Today's episode is on leading productive remote teams. Remote work is a new avenue for many businesses, and a lot of them found themselves in the situation overnight, where essentially their employees had to set up home offices rather quickly. These changes have been a shock to employees, to the organizations they work for, and to their supervisors and leaders. And leaders in particular, who were used to seeing their team members on site, suddenly had to become familiar with video conferencing software and lead virtual conversations with multiple people. Among the many challenges that have surfaced in this new way of working is micromanaging. This greatly affects productivity, innovation, and morale. We're going to look at the negative effects of micromanaging, including its damage to trust. And we're going to explore ways that leaders can be more engaging with their employees and their teams without micromanaging. Stay tuned. What is micromanaging? Micromanaging is assigning employees tasks which are carefully monitored or redone by their manager. It's controlling every part of the task, no matter how small. When you micromanage your employees, either by tracking software or with leaders who require unreasonable updates, and employees are kept under tight watch, the message you are sending them is you don't trust them. Trust is the foundation to establish loyalty with your employees. When people are in a relationship where trust is non-existent, then the relationship doesn't last because it isn't a relationship. It's conflict built on fear. No one wants to live like that. Leaders who micromanage haven't learned to be effective, respected leaders. However, a leader who focuses on the quality of communication trusts that the guidance that stems from that is doing its job. Quality communication is thought out, it has purpose, it's guided, and it allows for results. It also involves expectations, which leaders make clear to their teams and are certain every employee understands those expectations and how they individually can deliver. Micromanaging is unnecessary. When people understand what is required of them, what the expectations are, what the deadlines are, and who is involved in the project, they don't need to be pulled or forced. As a leader, you need to trust that these capable adults you and the organization hired as a perfect fit for your culture with the right skills and abilities you needed will be the responsible, competent individuals that you admire. Productivity is about valuable space. Small chunks of time for focus periods are better than long days of grinding. So allow your team to choose the space that works for each of them so they can be creative and innovative. Then you can focus on your responsibilities, knowing the employees are helping you to keep the business going. How can you, as a leader, engage your employees without micromanaging? First, listen to your people. Just as you would want your team to be more patient with you and your challenges as they deal with their personal challenges, this will require you to be more empathetic and compassionate. Ask them questions to understand what they need. Create a safe space by helping them build trust in you so they can openly express themselves or offer ideas. Be interested in what they're doing. Try to remain upbeat, positive, and honest with them, and you can expect the same qualities from them in return. Second, make meetings and updates productive by limiting them, making them shorter, and holding them during convenient times for them as they work around their family environment. Allow your team a bit of casual conversation. Keep in mind they need connection with you too, so feel free to join in with them so they can come to view you as a valuable member of their team. Try mixing your meetings with video and phone as well. People are feeling video fatigue because not only is staring at a computer screen harmful for our eyes, but video forces us to concentrate more, and that is taxing to us physically and mentally. Third, help your team create a reasonable schedule. Base it on their abilities and ask them for their feedback. Schedules help us to understand our responsibilities, deadlines, and expectations. They can also show us where adjustments need to be made, such as cutting back on meetings if you notice several, especially in one day. Schedules should allow employees time for brainstorming and creative thinking, individually and as a team. Schedules should also include downtime, such as lunch and coffee breaks, and exercise, including stretch breaks, when sitting for a long time. Keep your employees' physical and mental health in mind when creating these schedules. Finally, consider creating a tip sheet for working from home. The tip sheet includes reminders to keep their physical and mental health in check and how they can do this. Tips to keep in mind about maintaining a healthy workspace, video conferencing reminders, dressing for work even if it's home, as well as eating and exercise habits. Remember, remote work is new to a lot of people, but you want your employees to still enjoy their work, to try to focus on the bigger picture, and to keep them engaged and productive. Keep these tips in mind to lead your productive remote teams and avoid putting them in a position where they will eventually burn out. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Internal Comms Talk. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. New videos are posted bi-weekly. If you have questions or would like me to explore topics for future episodes, please feel free to leave them in your comments. By the way, this channel is a complement to my podcast of the same name, Internal Comms Talk. Check out episode number 5 for more in-depth talk on leading productive remote teams. For even more insights on leadership development, employee engagement, and strengthening internal communication within your organization, visit my website at jmlacey.com.